I'm Simon King, and this is What's Wrong. Welcome back. Thank you. If you are just joining us, this is your first episode of What's Wrong with Simon King. This is my actual head. I didn't put a fake giant paper mache head on to impress the kids at home with the circumference of my huge fucking melon. This is how big a human head can get when you have undiagnosed encephalitis. Anyway, so what?
Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
This episode is on YouTube. If you're listening to this, you can go watch it live. Not live. It's not live. Well, we're live while we're doing it. Technically, is it really living though? You can go watch it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, by going to thisissimonkking.com and the YouTube.
Oh no! It's back in.
That is an absolute first.
Story of my life.
I was gonna wait a minute to introduce you, but now I have to introduce you because normally the guest sits there quietly and doesn't destroy things in mad rage because he's being ignored.
I know. I like touching the arm.
I love it. You just grabbed it like you were just fucking up a Radio Shack or whatever.
No, I feel important when I adjust.
All right, okay,
It's
so
like checking your watch. It makes you feel important.
Yeah.
with me as always is my intrepid producer Mikey Greenwood. Wave, he is a real person. That's not just a fake hand I put in. My guest today, the crusher, the destroyer, the mangler of all things audiovisual, Dave Harris.
Hey. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine.
not ours.
I enjoyed it. But normally what I do is I do a little thing where I complain off the top. Well, normally we've done it once. This is only like episode 4 or something.
That's great.
We're not even imagining that we're evergreening yet because we're just trying to keep up with the massive demand by the dozens of people that want to hear the inane horse shit that comes out of my mouth. We remain unsponsored, so if you'd like to sponsor us, preferably with some sort of audio-visual equipment company because we're going through a shit ton of it.
Or Jiffy Lube would be a good sponsor.
Wouldn't it be great if you just took that up and just started hitting me with it and just like, oh my god, we got it on film?
The arm?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the Canada arm, but like, oh, hey, fuck, bud.
Yeah.
That's the Canada arm.
Fuck you.
Oh, hey, fucking the fucking space, hey, bud. Fucking space.
Albertan,
The Albertan space. The Albertan arm. Oh, fucking just grab that fucking satellite by the balls, eh? Fucking throw her in there and give her.
That's pretty
right?
good.
Fucking Jesus, eh? Fuck. A lot of people don't realize that Canadians say fuck that much. We do.
I say fuck all the time.
It's like because I was listening to like Bill Burr talk about how like in the East Coast in like Boston and stuff, fuck is just they say that while they're waiting to say something else like, ah, fuck, and I realized we do that here.
When I'm at Starbucks, I say, "Can I have a fucking latte?"
Because Bill Burr, like he does, fucking, don't fuck, like, fuck. It's just like the easiest word to say is him.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I realized that's so Canadian. Because, like, I'm surprised that our prime minister is going to go, oh, fucking buddy.
Fuck.
Oh, fucking Russia, hey, get it together, you fucking puss. Jesus, right? This guy's tiny, he's all fucking mad, eh? Out there, fucking Ukraine's good shit, hey? Where the fucking you think the pierogies come from, you fuck, eh? Fucking back her off.
I like saying cocksucker, too.
Cocksucker's a fun
Sorry,
word.
that's offensive.
But why?
I don't know if you realize it. We've said fuck more in the first part of this than all of the Godfather movies combined.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there it is.
And we say it a lot. But motherfucker's a good one. I love
Motherfucker's great.
It's fun. That's
what do
fun.
you like about saying cocksucker?
It gets the point across.
Okay.
If you say it to someone, you're upset.
Yeah, they get it.
Yeah.
Or it could be an offer. You never know.
Oh, that too.
Depends
Yeah.
on what
Oh,
you-
yeah.
Hey,
It depends on
cocksucker.
what you are. Yeah.
Cocksucker?
Wink.
Yeah. Whatever
Hey.
your preference is too. But I like to say it to really hit home that you can.
Is there any swear word that you think is off limits?
Oh.
No, swear word. Dave's about to give out nuclear secrets. I'm not allowed to talk about this.
I always feel weird about saying the C word.
Cunt?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I see, that's it.
In Australia, that's like saying...
All the fucking time.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is people have told me that I look slightly like a chubby Carl Urban. And I realized I'm like, he says cunt all the time in what's it called? In The Boys, which is a great show.
Oh, yeah, cunt. Yeah,
But he
cunt.
says it all the time. It's like just a conversation. And it's funny because Doug Stanhope used to have a piece about this, about like how it's like words only mean what you let them mean. It's like if you never knew it, it'd be like, "Hey, cunt! No, my name's Jessica." it's like,
Oh.
But it's such a great idea. It's like, I mean, I understand there's historical connotations for words and everything else, but I think it's funny that swear words are Because they're such a good accent. Like, I was told when I was young, oh, well, don't swear, it's lazy. But I find it's just, I don't swear as much off stage as I do on stage, but I find that it's a really good, it's spice to the food of conversation.
Oh, it gets the point across.
Yeah.
I think that, well, personally, I think, yeah, like you said, like saying cunt. Okay.
Oh, look,
I
he
love-
got it all
Look at
gentle.
me.
Sorry, I love saying it.
That's the sweetest way cunts
That was
ever
like one of
been
those
said.
commercials with the kittens and the toilet paper.
You can. The word loses its meaning. I always thought it was just good to say because it gets the point across, not what it actually means. There's not a lot of women that are actually cunts.
No. Well, I've never used it referring, I think I've only ever used it referring to men.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
it's
like,
a
it's
good
funnier.
word to diss
And then
someone.
someone's like, well, why would you use a female? But it was like, well, people call people dicks all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that guy's a dick.
the dickhead.
Yeah, dickhead, dick. People are named dick. Guys are named dick. There's no women named cunt.
Yeah, Richard.
Wouldn't that be rough if you're the one who's trying to change it? I've named my daughter this because it's time to take the word back. It's like, well, okay, roll call is going to be a motherfucker.
I guess cunt would be short for Karen.
Oh, that's it. That's it right there.
We don't let him talk a lot, but when he does,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Or an ex-wife. You know what I mean?
hey, right? Hey, ladies.
Hey.
By the way, this is a gender-neutral podcast.
It is.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
It just means that anyone can come in here and use the facilities. That means.
That's true.
It's true. I do think that I don't understand why people would have any problem with there being gender-neutral bathrooms. I mean,
No.
like, look, if some woman wants to use a bathroom I've used, God, more power to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not.
If they want to come in
Yeah,
and
does-
demolish it.
Yeah, like, hey, fucking help yourself. Like, I don't give a shit. And I can use your bathroom with all the soaps and yeah, fuck yeah.
I hope you like corn.
This took a turn.
No.
We've already cunted it up and now we're.
Oh no! You know what I don't understand? The key. You have keys here for the bathroom. You have to buzz in.
You don't understand that?
Well, no.
You don't understand why the
Who are you
bathroom door might be
preventing from
locked.
using the bathroom?
Yeah, no. Everyone knows if you made it past the front,
Yeah.
you don't need
You're
a
in.
key anymore for the bathroom.
Well, that's the system of control, man. It's the fucking system.
Yeah, the
and
man.
They want to control you by your bladder and by your bowels, all right? Subscribe below, send us money, join our GoFundMe because we're getting out there to remove all keys from all bathrooms,
Yeah.
right? That's what we do.
That's what
Keys
Congress
and
said
code.
became-
Keys and codes.
Keys and codes.
I don't
Hey,
want to see a code pad.
Welcome back to
Code
Keys
pads
and
are
Codes.
the worst.
Yeah, fuck you.
Keys and Codes sound like something like a community television computer show from like the
Yeah.
early 90s.
Oh yeah.
Keys and Codes.
Yep.
We're here to talk about the new in television.
If you're a building manager and you have keys and codes, you're a cunt.
That's it. We did it.
Alliteration.
That's all we need to do. We don't need to do anything else. Normally we have a bit off the top where I complain, but I feel like we can't do that now. It's supercilious.
Well, we can ask what's wrong with.
Well, we can ask
Dave
what's wrong with
Harris.
him, but I mean, I can't complain now.
Well,
What,
can
you-
I ask you what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
this
well, you
month?
guys-
I never complained.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, what's your
Dave?
problem?
Well, I had
Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Dave Harris, what's your problem?
I
wrong with Dave
had a
Harris?
couple problems I was thinking about.
I'll listen to them.
But here's the one. I'm going away Thursday.
Where you
Really?
going
They
for the-
finally caught you, hey?
Yeah, I'm going to the mountains.
He's like, the warrants are up. I gotta go.
Yeah.
That's my last podcast. I'm not telling you where I'm going.
I said too many cunts. Just kidding. No, I'm going away, so I forgot that my passport was expired over the pandemic because
no.
I haven't flown in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And then the office isn't open. You have to make an appointment. So you have to call. So I went to the Service Canada office.
Yeah.
And I waited in line. There was like 50 people. You can't go inside. You have to wait in line outside.
Like a panic attack here.
Yeah. It's getting me sad now.
I can see you've turned.
So, 45 minutes in
Keep
line.
it together, man.
I know. I'm tripping.
Can't even get through it, man.
I need a hit. 45 minutes in line, and I get to the front of the line, and then there's a security guard that says, "Oh, what are you going in for?" And I said, "I have to get my passport renewed in the next 2 days, urgent passport."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, we can't do that here. You have to call this number." And he gave me not only did he tell me he had already printed out leaflets. I don't know why I'm doing. Oh yeah, we're recording.
Yeah, we're recording. It's video.
Yeah.
You can do this whole thing in sign language if you want.
Sorry.
I won't know what the fuck you're saying, but like you could
What
do
time does the snort?
it. A lot of people will be watching it, being like, "That's fucking great. He knows what he's doing."
Yeah, so I was I thought that if I did that, I'd go back. So I got in my car in front of the building
Yeah.
and phoned the number.
So your car was sitting there the whole time, and yet you stood in line.
Well,
You didn't just sit in your car and be
No,
like, I'll
'cause
wait for this to clear up.
No, I was worried that people were just going to keep coming.
They will.
just like the ladies.
Hey, the people with the
yeah.
It's
passport.
like the cunts.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, here we go.
I'm
Oh,
joking,
that's
sorry.
It's
yeah.
just turning into it's turning into an episode of Bill Burr's podcast.
Yeah.
Like, do cunts. Anyway,
Hey,
so
don't make me cave. Get it?
all right. So you called the number.
I called the number, and this is where it gets really bad.
They answered, "Hello, Dave," which was weird.
Oh yeah, no,
That's always
we
weird
expect.
when you call the government and they
I
answer.
answered. That's even weird.
You answered. You from 20 minutes before.
yeah.
Hang up now. Like, what?
It was trippy.
Time travel phone calls.
Yeah.
They're rough.
Yeah, I felt fucked up after that.
Yeah, that's weird. I got a call coming in. Oh, it's you from the future.
Yeah. Don't go.
Write these numbers down. 24, 32, 28.
What?
Are those lottery numbers? No, that's the combination where your passport's kept.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Ah.
that's good.
Combinations of codes. They can be good.
But okay, so I've never. Well, I have before been on hold for a little while. I called and I talked to someone in like 20 minutes. I was caller 39, and I was like, "Oh, that's not bad." And then it was going down fast, just like the ladies.
Hey.
And then it got to the, and then I talked to the guy, and he's like, I said I need an urgent passport, and he goes, "Oh well, I gotta put you through to the urgent passport."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Isn't this the fucking number?"
It's not urgent at all.
What? I thought I was calling this.
Ironically, no sense of urgency in any capacity. I'll put you through.
And then, so that was like, so it took 30 minutes for that call to go through.
So now you've been on the phone an hour?
Yes. So here's where it gets. So he puts me through that, and
What?
I 2 hours and 58 minutes,
2 hours and 58
and I didn't
minutes.
even get through. The office closed in the time I was waiting.
Oh, that is bullshit.
And here's even the kicker: my phone was at 9%. I don't know why I keep using hand movements.
I
It's
like
fine.
it. It
People
brings
like
me
it.
into the
We need more movement in this. I've been sitting still the whole time because my heart's bad.
My phone was at my phone was at 9%.
Yeah.
So I had to go. There was a dollar store next to where it was.
Yeah.
I had to go in and buy a fucking car charger, and keep it charging while I was waiting. And then it said our offices are now closed. I thought I was gonna.
That's insane.
I thought I was gonna end it.
That's really bad. And the whole time is like, your call is important to us. Please stay on the line. You'll be answered quicker than hanging up. And it's always bullshit because you know that like you just call back later on. Like I hate whenever you call like the tax people or anything. It's always like that too. It's like 4, and it's usually for nothing. It's like
Do you
what the fuck am I-
screenshot how long you've been on hold?
I did,
Remember?
yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
Every
you gotta
hour I
tweet that. Yeah, you gotta put
Yeah.
that. 2 hours 58. Like you're talking like you could have watched Gandhi.
Oh,
How many
In the whole
screenshots
time.
did you take?
like 5. And then I was sending them out to other people to be like, "Have you ever? Have you ever?" I felt like an 80-year-old.
Wouldn't that be great though? Like if instead of hold music, it just had hold podcasts.
That would be good.
You know, then you could listen to the podcast, but then you'd be mad when someone does answer.
I was so upset I had to get out of my car, and you pace
Yeah,
on
yeah,
your
yeah.
phone, even though you pretend you're having a conversation so people don't think you're crazy.
Yeah, you self-talk.
And you're going like this, you pace, and
Yeah.
it was fucked. I
And
felt
then
like I was
rage
going
you
crazy.
feel-
And then so
Yeah,
what
I'm
was
good.
the upshot of it? Are you allowed to leave or no?
No, I didn't even get through to them.
So you don't have a passport at all now?
No, I called them this morning
So
again.
no one will know when you're gone.
Yeah. I called.
Someday I'll have that beard for myself.
Oh no. Yeah.
Next episode, you come in with this
don't.
beard on.
Hi! I was on hold, just like it takes over my face.
And I'm dead.
Dave's spirit takes over. He haunts our podcast. That would be great if we had a resident podcast ghost. If you die, can you haunt our podcast?
I will.
Thank you. I appreciate
But
that.
the whole time I was saying, "You cunt."
He's a really racist. No, racist. The word racist ghost. A racist ghost would be like, "Get out!" But not the white people. But
Yeah.
get out! Like a racist ghost.
Most ghosts would be racist, though.
Well,
wouldn't they? 'Cause they're
Casper.
old and stuff.
Yeah, they'd be crazy racist. They're either
Casper's
racist and sexist. A man in the kitchen. Boo!
Oh my.
The sexist ghost. Casper, the sexist ghost.
He's only like 12.
Yeah, well, that's when they're the worst.
Yeah, he was already taught that.
But Casper died like he was young, right? When he died. How did he die?
No one said that polio.
Must have been polio.
It's got to be
Or he
scurvy.
fell in a loom. Could have fallen in a loom.
No, he didn't.
Wasn't he working in the Industrial Revolution at the time? So he could have fucking been chopped up in a coal munching machine. That's not a thing. He could have been chopped up in a coal
Well, I
munching
don't.
machine.
When he came back to life for that one time in the movie, he was wearing the puffy, the shirt with
So it's from like the
pirate shirt.
1700s?
yeah, the pirate shirt. Yeah. So
Ghosts from the 1700s, which just the whole time would be like, "What? What is this? Lights!" Ah! Just a terrified ghost.
yeah. Well, no, he's been around. He's witnessed the.
I guess he's
the
witnessed.
new
He
age.
hasn't just come back and been like, "Oh, metal carriages."
I didn't realize
no,
Casper
he-
was a child, so he must have died.
Yeah, he was
Casper
a
the
child.
ghost
He's
is
a
a
child.
dead
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's strange that a child ghost.
Also, in the movie he tries to tap
No, that's all right. You can say tap.
Christina Ricci, and she's like 14 in that, and what is he now? Like he's like 300 years old.
300, yeah.
That's not
So now
okay.
that's the thing is like, you remember that show Highlander, where the movie Highlander and then the show Highlander.
Yeah, there can be only one.
Yeah, they could be the only one. It was filmed in Vancouver, the show.
Yeah.
The movie wasn't too, actually. But the thing was filmed, I think. And there was the thing where it's like you stayed the same age when you were killed.
Yes.
So, like, if you were a Highlander, you didn't know you were an immortal until you were killed.
Oh, you got killed when you were 10?
So there was an episode where there was a kid who was like a kid, and he couldn't take anyone's head off because he was too tiny. So he just tricked people.
Serious?
Yeah, he would just trick people by cutting off their heads. They're like, "Hey, put your head in this guillotine." Why? I'm a magic kid. Like, you got a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Just because you're an immortal doesn't mean you're smart. You've been around a long time. Like, hey, still can't read. I don't need to read. I'll learn in the next time. Because that would be a problem if you're an immortal and you know you're never going to die.
well,
right?
you
would
can still die.
If you get head cut off. But like, just suppose you procrastinate a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like, man, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna run it. I'm not gonna run out of time.
Nothing done.
I'll do that tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean 1,100 years from now.
Crazy lazy.
So if you
A
had
lot
to,
of video games, people
Yeah.
who
Oh, yeah.
turn off.
so this is now let's ask this question: if you were going to be immortal, when would you have liked to have become immortal? Would you like to become immortal in ancient Rome? Would you like to become immortal like in the 1500s? Like now? When do you think would be most advantageous to have become immortal then seen everything that
I think
happened?
the exact same time that Lambert did in the movie, the 80s.
In the 80s? No, he
Yeah.
didn't become immortal.
Oh, sorry, when you
When you turn immortal.
when you turn immortal.
So he turned immortal in the 1500s.
Is
Oh, no,
Lambert
I'm
a
thinking-
Highlander?
I'm thinking
Yeah, Lambert played
sorry.
Connor McLeod.
Okay.
I'm thinking the Dark Ages. When was that?
The Dark Age was like 1100s.
I would do that, yeah. So you can fuck around.
Yeah, fuck it.
you
The
can't-
immortal, everyone else is getting plagued, and you're
Yeah,
like,
you can't die. You can chop some
cool.
arms off.
Yeah, you don't give a shit. And then back then it was advantageous to because also you would live so long that even the people who tried to burn you for witchcraft did die.
Oh yeah, whatever.
You know,
You'd be
what
like
are you gonna
this.
do? What are you gonna fucking
See you in
burn
an
me?
hour, huh? Sweep
Yeah.
me up.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, and it sucked to get burned. Now, here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't understand. You die if your head comes away from your neck, right? Mm-hmm. If your head comes away from your neck, it's over. Like, that's what they said, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he said as a Scottish accent Egyptian guy in 1500s Scotland.
That was good.
Doesn't matter. If you... Not Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson would have been with it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, if your head comes away from your neck, it's over. Anyway, so if his head comes away from his neck, it's over. What if you get blowed up? What if you're on an airplane gets blowed up, you get blowed up, head comes off your neck, done.
You're dead.
So
Well-
who gets the power?
The next, it just floats
Just
to the next
anyone
guy.
who's nearby?
Guys
It's
guys at in the movie, and he's got the bolts coming in.
Some other Highlander, she's flying around in her hang glider, just having a nice day.
Yeah,
All of a sudden she can speak French.
yeah, I have the power.
I like the concept of Highlander. I thought it was great. I think
Was
they
it
should
a
make a
show or
TV
just
show.
a movie?
It was a TV. It was a movie, two movies, I think, or three.
It
But it
was like
became a
4.
TV show. Yeah, it became a TV show, and the TV
Turns out
show
there's more
starred
than one.
Adrian Paul, and it was Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. He was Connor's cousin, weirdly also immortal. Look, let's not get into it. He has a ponytail. He's super sexy, fighting crime.
So that was my next question.
But he also killed hundreds of people too.
Would you rather have been Lambert or the TV show McLeod?
I'd rather be the TV show MacLeod.
Yeah.
Because
His ponytail.
Lambert kills the Gorgon and gets everything.
Oh yes.
And that's it. It's over. It happens in 2 hours. Duncan MacLeod, he's still out there.
Oh, you're right. He's living. He's
Who knows
Livin.
what he's doing? He
Duncan
lived on a
MacLeod,
boat in
that's a
France.
great
Remember
name.
he was supposed to live in France for a while? They filmed in Paris. Remember that? He had the not the Kurgan, the Gorgon, the Kurgan, not the Gorgon. And sorry, the Kurgan, not the Kurgan, not the Gorgon, the Kurgan, not the Gorgon.
His acting wasn't as strong as his character's powers.
Yes, I really don't understand the Kurgan versus the Gorgon.
And it's a shitty Will Forte.
I am the Gorgon. Kind of like the Kurgan, but way more dangerous.
Oh. He does have a bit of
A little bit of a lisp.
lisp.
Sure.
I was doing an animation audition the other day, and I realized I could kind of slightly do a Will Forte. So I figured I'd just do it the whole time.
How did you stumble upon it?
I was just doing a voice, and then this happened.
You're like, that sounds like Will Forte.
Well, okay. It's not that close, but it's
pretty,
closer than you can do. Chad, shut the fuck up. Don't post that. Don't post it.
Chad?
I don't know. Some guys not gonna like that. There's some guys not gonna like it.
Fuck you, Chad.
Yeah, we only have 3 listeners. I know who you are.
And what is Chad?
Yeah.
We have but yeah, so like I mean that would be great if you have to do a gritty reboot of the Highlander now.
Yes.
Who would you have play the Highlander, and what would he? Because he couldn't be Duncan or Connor McLeod.
Great...
Who would he be? He'd have to have another McLeod. Gavin McLeod.
Gavin McLeod? We're doing Gavin McLeod?
No, like who would you have as the Highlander? Who would you? Because it could be any age. Don't forget, old or young, woman or man, doesn't matter.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Danny DeVito.
No, he's too small.
Oh. That's
No, not small. He's too
Danny DeVito as Highlander.
He's too portly.
That's the second Danny DeVito reference we've had on this podcast in 4 episodes. Something's up. Danny's people are gonna stop calling.
Who's got a great pony right now? Do you have to have a long hair, or is it what kind of?
Any hair you want, man. You could be bald.
Oh, okay.
You could be fucking Telly Savalas.
Annie McLeod.
It has to be someone who's actually alive now.
Okay, yes.
Because
what age bracket?
Doesn't matter. That's the thing that's going to make this so great. You could have anybody. You could fucking is Kurt Russell? No, he's dead. One of the old ones.
Kurt Russell's alive.
Dick Van Dyke is still alive. Dick Van Dyke could be the Highlander.
Well, that wouldn't be good. He's too.
Well, I mean, what if happened now? What if it happened? He is too controversial. That shit he did in the '60s. Jesus Christ, like
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas as the Highlander.
Yep.
Cool. What would his name be? He's got to be A. McLeod, I guess.
I would love to see Michael Douglas with a ponytail.
Yeah, older, like Sean Connery back in the original, but Michael Douglas.
Was he in the Kaminsky Method? Is that Michael Douglas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good show, actually.
I love that show.
Yeah.
But he's immortal.
Yes, and he cannot
die. He just does
die.
the same thing.
Also, the song says, "I am immortal and I cannot die." Isn't that
an oxymoron?
Oxymoron,
No, hold on. It's a double negative. No, it's a
play on words.
It's a dangling participle. It's a superlative narrative.
Dangling. You must have been peeking in the dressing room.
Hey, peeking in the dressing room. That's the name of my restaurant. Check it out. The duck is delicious. I think Michael Douglas is a good choice.
Well, but long hair, they put some fucking. Yeah, well, I think he can grow.
Doesn't
long
have
hair.
to be a ponytail, but I do like the idea of him. I think Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, no, he's too.
You'd never see it coming.
No, he's not serious. Gritty. You don't want a gritty Highlander.
That's why I think he'd be great. I think he'd be gritty. I think he could do it. Zach Galifianakis, John C. Reilly. No, I'm just kidding.
John C. Reilly could be a good Highlander.
Hey, I'm gonna cut your head off.
Oh, no,
I'm here to take your life, and then also I'm gonna take all your powers, and that'd be cool.
He did serious films before he did funny stuff.
Yeah, he did. What about Paul Giamatti? You could do that.
Yes.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
No, he'd be a good bad guy though.
He'd be a great bad guy. He has been a bad guy.
He is a good bad guy. He lost a bunch of weight. He got really thin.
Who's the bad guy in
Has he?
A guy named in the TV show.
Oh, that guy's great. The movie guy's so good.
He's the Kurgan, really tall. I can't remember the name.
George Summarize Highlander.
He's in a ton of it. He's the prison guard in Shawshank Redemption.
He wants the is he?
Mm-hmm.
What?
In the original Highlander?
Is he the prison guard in the Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, the main guy, the dink.
No.
Yeah, that's him.
No.
Same actor.
7 foot tall though.
It's the same guy.
Percy's tiny. There's no way. There's no way that the Percy, the dickhead guard,
the main guard that's always
the mean one.
Yeah, the mean one. That's him.
Is a 7 foot tall man.
I think they made
Michael Clark Duncan was only 6 foot 2.
I think they exaggerated his height in the Highlander. He was a big ass.
Yeah, but he was like 7 foot tall.
He had
anyway.
his head sewn back on halfway.
Yeah, but that's not real. See, there's the acting. Height is real.
Oh no! I swear to God, it's the same guy.
hobbits in Lord of the Rings weren't actually hobbits.
It's the same guy.
So you're telling me this guy, not as tall as the other guy.
You know the guard I'm talking about from Shawshank? Not
I
Shawshank.
was doing Green Mile.
Oh, not Green Mouse, Shawshank Redemption.
That's my
There we
fault.
go.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
I thought Green
Percy,
Mile.
that guy's a good actor too. He's a piece of shit.
I only have one room for person movies. Oh, god damn it. I got mad. Everyone's wrecking the studio
No,
today.
Shawshank, the main guard that's the asshole that does all the...
Okay, all right, that makes sense. That's a good movie, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, he's the guy from
Now,
Highlander.
here's the thing. If you're an immortal and you're given a life sentence, that's going to suck. 'Cause you're like,
That's
shit,
what I'm
I
saying,
can't
you
get
can't
out
get
of here.
out of jail.
I can't get out of here.
Well,
What
I
am
think
gonna do?
they'd realize that you're immortal and be like, oh, if you're immortal, you're done.
By year 200, they'd be like,
your
I think
time's
this-
up.
I think this guy's probably served his time for that armed robbery, for stealing that candy bar in 1929 and not being white. He's probably served his time.
Oh,
Could you imagine that being a non-white immortal,
Immortal?
And just watching it not get better? Just be like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? Like, that would just
You're right.
suck. 'Cause
Well,
the whole
100
time...
years of repression.
Yeah, you'd have legitimate reason to be very... I mean, not that anyone... There's obviously tons of legitimate reason, but you would have lived through it all. You'd be like, I'm telling you right now, nothing is better. It's not better at all.
even now, if you were what?
I got pulled over by a cop in my rowboat in 1810.
Yeah.
All right, and I was rowing around. I paid for it. It's paid
Yeah.
for.
Where are you going?
Where are you going, sir? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm rowing down the Thames. You got a problem with that? Yeah, can you step out of the rowboat? I'll drown.
Does this rowboat belong
Where's
to
your
you?
Where's your tablet?
Can you produce your ID? This will take a while.
Yeah.
ID in the old days was a pain in the ass.
Well, I just did chiseling, but it looked
Yeah.
like I was jerking off
A llama.
yeah.
Checking out a llama.
Behind
Where's
me.
your ID? I'm busy.
Yeah.
I think that ID in the old days, there comes a point when ID, before paper, it was just a guy who knew you.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, it's just your ID was just
Oh, I
someone
know.
who
That's
traveled
Barry.
with you.
That's Barry.
It's just Barry?
Yeah, good name, Barry.
Barry's a good name.
Great name.
Yeah, I thought you meant like you're pointing at Mike going, that's Barry.
No,
I'm
no,
like, how much have you had to drink?
Oh no, that's Barry. I can't use hands. Too many hands. Too
That's
many hands
Barry.
again.
Too many hands. I got all these hands. I don't know what to do with them.
That's why
Come
my
on
second
down.
job is this.
You're juggling sideways.
No, Dick's all around.
Oh, Dick's all around. Dick's all around. It's Dave. He jerks people off on the weekend. Anyway,
Yeah.
what's coming up on the news?
I've got a podcast. It's Dave the Dick Hunter.
It's pretty good. There's a lot of guys named Richard on the
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
who don't know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So your name's Richard? As you're loading. Yeah, I'm Richard. The people call me Dick. I bet they do. Click. It's like
Yeah.
Dick's mounted on your wall.
Oh, that's not. No.
Wouldn't that be crazy if you had like
All the dicks.
Wouldn't that be crazy if you had like a really rich guy house, like in the Big Lebowski or something like that, like a super rich guy house
With
like,
cut off dicks
Yeah,
on the wall?
but you had your trophy room was just dildos.
I think. Oh, dildos.
and you just totally straight face. You're like, would you like some cognac? And there's just dicks saying
Real
that.
dicks?
They don't know if they're real or not, but
Okay.
they're there, and
I-
it just looks like you've got some sort of weird.
I think
serial
real
killer
dicks
thing.
would shrink.
Real dicks sounds like a cop show.
Real dicks.
Not
Hey,
stuff
we're real
them.
dicks.
Oh yeah, like we're hard.
Hey, we're real dicks.
We're men.
Come check us out. We're real dicks.
Or total dicks. Total dicks. Total dicks is a sporting goods store.
Yeah.
I like how this podcast never has any point. That's what I love about this podcast.
Podcasts don't really.
No, but it's literally just me coming on and talking to my friends and just saying stupid shit and then trying to monetize it.
That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
That's what podcasts are.
Monetize your joy, if you can monetize. That's the axiom for the 2020s: is monetize your joy.
I want this table.
Good table, hey.
Great table.
This is a dining table for 12 small people. That's our robot in the middle. This is his heart. That's all that keeps them going. They can't see it.
I'd use this to clean my dicks.
Hey, you got to dress them first.
Yeah,
And,
sorry.
when I do taxidermy, I like to put a piece of coat hanger in there. It gives them some strength. Because, I mean, you can't have them hanging off the wall. When the wind picks up, they're flapping around, scares the parakeet.
Oh, they don't flap. I use butterfly nails.
Hey, thanks. Butterfly nails. Butterfly nails is my wrestling name.
What's your finishing move?
My finishing move, the claw.
Oh.
And I just, anything I can grab with that. That's what it doesn't matter what I do. It's also the sloth because I do it slowly.
That's the shocker.
I think a sloth would be terrifying if it was fast.
What's your sloth?
Oh
effect?
yeah.
If a sloth was fast, Fuck.
They killed all. They wiped out the Earth.
What the fuck?
They'd wipe the Earth out.
But sloths are so slow because maybe they can go fast. But a sloth is just like, what the fuck was that? So
If they were fast, it would be like a velociraptor.
like Alien,
Exactly.
Alien versus Predator versus sloth. You know what I mean?
We're all fucked.
like, and just a fucking sloth. Just
I've
eats
never
your
thought
face.
about that before. If they were fast,
Yeah.
you're fucked. The whole we'd be killing
we'd
people.
be
God's
fucking
blessing, they're
dead.
slow.
Yeah.
Because they got those crazy long arms. I mean, how
And
scary.
then, the claws are like
Imagine a sloth without any hair on it. How terrifying that would be.
I'd fucking
just a little bald, long-armed thing with claws, like just a real John Carpenter wet dream.
they wouldn't have to kill me. I'd just throw a toaster in the tub.
Yeah, fuck it. Imagine if it was just an army of sloths outside. Everyone talks about zombie people. No one talks about zombie animals.
Yeah.
That would
Zombie
be-
sloths?
What if
Or
sloths
a
get
bear?
energy?
The zombie sloths are coming. We've got about 12 days.
If they're fast.
It's like if you live on the prairie. Like they always talk about zombie movies. It's always like they're in the cities or they're in the forest. It's never just like in the prairies. It's like
Oh yeah, we got
12
some-
of them. Got a while, and it's just like you just sit there and like they'll get here eventually. Just walking
They'll kill 'em
around,
off one
just
at a
hundreds of kilometers away. Just like you know what? Let's take a break and let's build this wall. We'll give it a while because they won't be here for a bit.
You're exposing the entire industry.
the zombie industry.
Yeah.
You're right. It always happens in a city.
Yeah, it's never the first thing you should do in a zombie apocalypse, in my opinion, is get on a boat. Go down, get on one. I used to have a joke about this. Get on one of those big fuck off boats. Go out about 30 yards from shore. They can't swim.
No.
Zombies can't swim. Swimming's high functioning. Zombies are autonomic. They're fucking done.
But you need food and all that kind of stuff.
Go to you're on a rich person's boat. You
Oh,
can live off caviar and poor people's dreams.
Why can't zombies swim? Do they lose the ability?
It's high functioning, right? Swimming is a high functioning thing. Zombies are autonomic. They're just flesh eating. They're just driven by.
But after a while, I don't get their shelf life. Like, how long is that?
Right? How can they live that
Yeah,
long? Do they
yeah.
starve
They
to
It
death?
doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Humans can live at best 30 days without food and 3 days without water. Zombies aren't out there like fucking hydrating. I've never seen a zombie with Pedialyte.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep hydrated. And then finally, you never see that.
It's just the skin.
Like zombies using cream.
They never do any of that. There's no way their brains would be. You can't.
If you hung out for 6 weeks, 90% of the zombie problem would solve itself.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
It'd be over.
Most zombie problems can be solved by just hanging out.
And here's what I don't understand. A zombie bites you, you become a zombie. Now there's just more mouths to feed. That's a fucking inefficient way of doing things.
Yeah, like the
Zombies should just eat you and it's over.
Oh yeah.
But instead, it's selective. Sometimes you're a zombie. Sometimes you're not a zombie.
You
Like
guys got a
Jesus
favorite
Christ,
zombie
guys,
movie?
get it together. Sometimes you're a zombie. Sometimes you're not a zombie.
I like that.
It's just a good way I'm going to do my podcast from now on.
Do you have a favorite zombie movie?
What's yours?
You first.
Do you like slow zombies or like?
I actually liked Dawn of the Dead. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I like that one.
It ends with them going on a boat. Like
Yeah.
Simon
Yeah,
said.
that's the way
right,
to do
yeah.
it.
That
Get
was
the
the-
fuck out. World War Z was like that too.
That one scared me the most out of every other one's kind of like, oh, I'm just watching a zombie film. That one was like intense. I thought.
I like fast. Like 28 Days Later had some.
Oh,
fast
that was
zombies.
scary. Okay,
That was
sorry.
good.
Yeah, never mind.
They
That
had
was
some fast zombies.
and
I
that
do
was
like
like-
fast zombies. But also, humans can't run for that. Like most people aren't marathon runners.
no.
You know what I mean? Like a fast zombie's gonna run out of energy. They haven't eaten in days.
That's what I don't get. There's the plot holes are
There's never a
endless.
zombie who's like, "Argh."
There should be a scene
Yeah.
with all their hands on their knees.
I got a cramp. I got a fucking knot.
The zombies aren't working out on a Peloton and then going out there trying to eat flesh. If zombies are just walking around, then they're at full sprint. I mean,
Yeah.
adrenaline only lasts so long, and then you're fucking done. In fact, you could kill a zombie with a wet finger.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
It completely tears open the whole zombie genre.
What's your zombie killing weapon of choice?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. You hit me there.
Just out there looking for people who look like your boss?
Hedge. I would say hedge clippers.
Wow.
Oh!
That's very cinematic. Too.
Yeah.
That'd scare the shit out of the other
Yeah.
zombies. Like
Chop
if they had
and stab?
anything left, you chop and stab. Chop and stab.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a
Off
restaurant.
with the head, one
It's
to the
all
heart.
poke bowls.
Yeah, chop and stab. That's me in the bedroom.
He's into karate fucking.
What would be your weapon?
Yeah, so what hedge clippers, that's fucking legitimate, man.
Isn't that fun?
That's personal.
Yeah, hedge clipping. Yeah, because you're making a point.
Because
with
fuck
that.
him or her.
yeah.
Or,
You could have said gun.
Yeah.
No, he's making a point with hedge clipping.
No, I
Like,
want
yeah,
it.
you could, but a minigun, one of those, that would be over quickly. You wouldn't really. I mean, look, if it's becoming your job to kill zombies,
Oh, that's just mundane, though. That's just,
right? Like if you're out there killing zombies for like your exercise, like I gotta go do CrossFit.
yeah, you're not gonna do that.
I gotta go kill 1,200 people. It's like, but they're zombies too, so you wouldn't feel anything, I guess. And it won't
No,
be-
they're
become a
already
killing.
dead. They're vessels.
But then at that point, wouldn't you just like, so zombie apocalypse happens, right? You wake up, you're like, fuck zombie apocalypse. Everyone I know, I think, is a zombie or dead.
Yeah.
Right? Step one, what do you do? You're in your house, your apartment. What is it? First thing you do, turn on the TV. Hey, the cameras are still working. Oh, zombies. And then what do you do now?
Eat a banana.
You need potassium.
Yeah.
You need potassium, right? Eat all the fruit first because it won't last. Leave
This
the
shit's
frozen
running
food.
out soon.
Leave the frozen food.
Yeah.
Go to a Costco. There's tin food everywhere. You're fine. Barricade yourself in a Costco. They got
Yeah.
everything you fucking need.
Yeah, I'd be worried
They
about
got
this.
hot tubs.
Sustenance is my first issue.
If you could take a Costco and keep it, like if you could hold a Costco.
With everything going on, all electricity?
Yeah. No, well, not even with electricity. They got generators in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's fine. It's intact.
So there's a truck parked outside. You get the gas from that. To
Oh,
run
I'd
the
live there for the
generators.
rest of my life.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, what else do you need?
Nothing. Electricity, TVs, you can watch.
And depending on the time of year, they might have some really cool stuff in the Costco because they change their stuff up. Sometimes they got Sometimes they got kayaks. Sometimes they got Christmas stuff. I don't think I'd want to be stuck in the Christmas.
You
one,
can
though.
eat pot pies and watch Failure to Launch for the rest of your life.
So great, right? Just sitting in one of those big display chairs.
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody's bothering you when you go into the sample packs yourself. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
love it. I love the idea.
I'd be
of it.
80 years old
That's a
there.
great image of a zombie apocalypse being spread on the news, and then Harris just like goes to his kitchen and starts
Okay.
eating a banana.
Well, guess it's up to me.
Yeah. You gotta get ready.
But then you see sloth apocalypse, you're like, fuck it.
Oh, I'm dead. No.
Take yourself out immediately.
If sloths were. No, yeah.
Because it would take them a while to eat you, because they're fast to get to you, but then they slowly eat you.
That would be horrifying.
They're the long-legged Komodo dragons of the forest.
It's actually funny. I've never heard anyone say if sloths were fast. That's the most
Yeah.
fucking fucked up thing.
Yeah,
on
Sloth and the Furious. It's
Yeah.
my favorite movie.
I would fucking. It would be over.
Sloth and the
But you couldn't have a
I'm gonna
Costco.
Photoshop that.
You couldn't have a Costco or anything. You couldn't lock yourself
No,
anywhere.
you'd be fucked.
It's over.
Where are you going to go a sloth can't get to you?
Nowhere.
Oh, I'm at the bottom
their
of the ocean.
claws?
Oh, swim sloth.
God made them slow so we could exist.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It was simply sloth are the pawn chess pieces of the chessboard. They can't move that many paces, but they can still fuck you up. But if a pawn could move like a queen, it'd be all queens. Man.
Oh yeah, queens. That's
now
fine.
Yeah, so that's it. So what about a chessboard with animal pieces, and then you had like, so what would be your king? I guess a lion or a tiger, right?
Queen.
Queen.
What would be your queen?
Queen. I mean, great white shark.
Oh, that was yep.
Damn, this is good.
Your knights
That'd
would
be an
would
idea.
have to be a horse.
Hyenas.
Hyenas. Oh.
Wow.
That'd
Do you
be
play
nice.
chess?
Who would your
No.
rooks be? Your rooks would be anacondas.
Oh.
Sneaky.
Oh yeah, they're slow though.
These are snakes, so will I take you? Click. I don't know. It should have been Russian, but I fucked up.
That was close. It was good enough.
These snakes, they are very dangerous. I will take you with my tiger and come around the corner with my great weight. You, my friend, are in because instead of check, they have to say that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Clears animal noise chest.
Clears the throat.
Animal noise chest. All right, where are we at, Mike?
We're at 37. I think it's time to
37.
go random.
It's time for Let's Get Random!
What's this? What is this?
This is what we don't tell the guests before they come in. What we're doing now is it's time for a fight to the death. No.
Oh.
What we do
With
now
plastic knives.
is we found this random conversation generator online, which
Hell
we
yeah.
thought was really funny because it's conversation for all people, no matter what your walk of life. And so what Mikey does, our entire producer, Mikey Greenwood, presses a button and then asks us the first question that pops up and we have to deal with it. You go first, then I go second.
Uh-oh.
And let's get random!
Have you ever had a reoccurring dream? And if not, what is the worst nightmare you've had and remembered?
Oh, I have had a recurring dream.
Okay.
And it's a nightmare as well.
Oh, shit.
You're on hold for a
So
pass.
you've had a recurring.
No, it's funny. It's close. I hate to fly like terribly like don't fly like
You're a comic.
10 years I didn't fly for one
Wow.
time. So my recurring dream is plane crashes. I get them all the time, like fucking crazy.
Like
Yeah.
you do remember the moment right before? the
Oh yeah,
crash
yeah,
started?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've
Oh,
had
it's
that,
horrible.
yeah.
It's horrible. I'm on the plane, and then sometimes I get a good seat, and I'm like, this could be cool.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, and then it still fucks
You
up.
get the right meal. Oh,
Yeah.
like, roast beef.
So with
This
the
is
dream where you
great.
get the good seat, you're like, this isn't going to crash. This
I
is a
swear
good
to God,
seat.
I've had
No
before.
turbulence at all. Everything
be a
I
good
want
one.
they have in-flight TV instead of the dumb app. This is great. I get free drinks. Wow.
Yeah, and it's still the weirdest. And the crashes are always really slow. Like I know we're gonna go down. We're going down, and then
Can I tell you something that'll make you feel better about airplane crashes?
Okay.
They happen a lot.
shit.
Actually, 2018 was the first year, I think, ever without a commercial airplane crash
Wow.
since airplane travel. That's 2018. That wasn't even pandemic year. It's just like, and
Okay,
you know the
that's-
only airline that's never had a crash?
Qantas.
Thank you.
Hey.
There you go, Qantas. You
Qantas?
know why? They're fucking picky.
Yeah.
You know, we better tighten all these fucking nuts up. The ocean's big.
You think the Australian airline would crash the most?
Big was the best Australian
Fucking
accent.
big ocean. Here's the thing about airplane. There's two kinds of airplane crashes that you got to worry about.
Oh, shit.
Just you're feeding his anxiety.
Here we go. I'm flying on Thursday.
I'll tell you this right now. As someone who loves aviation, as someone who did for a while fly or take flight lessons and everything,
Yeah.
I never had a fear of flying until 3 or 4 things in a row gave me
Oh,
a fear of flying.
shit.
It's now gone. It's now gone.
Oh, okay.
It's now gone. Because first of all, turbulence is not going to do anything to you.
No, I know that.
you're fine.
I took a fear of flying seminar
You're not going to crash.
where I got to fly in a simulator. You know, the cockpit simulator. Yeah, did that.
You're not going to crash because the thing is the first time I was in a small airplane, pretty much the second or third time I was in a small airplane, we were flying at like 1,500.
Yeah.
And we had an air pocket right over the ocean. We dropped like 250 feet.
Uh-oh.
Like, boom, like that. And it's terrifying as shit because you're in a little tiny Volkswagen in the sky. But ultimately, the way
There is a shrinking.
the
as
way
we're-
the principle of lift works, you're not going to crash. As
No.
long as you continue moving and the air continues moving over the wing, even if you're not moving, as long as air is moving over the wing, you're getting sucked up into the sky.
No, I heard that even violent turbulence doesn't cause a plane.
This thing sucks. When it goes sideways, that sucks. I was flying into Aspen once, and it's a notoriously bad airport. Aspen. The Glitterati. And I was flying in, and the plane was like shaking violently, and it was freaking me out. Even that didn't freak me out at the time. It's fine. The most dangerous times are on your way up and when you're way down.
You were on the palsy plane? Just kidding. Sorry, that's
You may experience some shaking, like we all do. You're on your way up. The very first after takeoff is the worst part, and that's the worst part. Because on the way up, you still need to if your engine fails on the way up,
you're fucked.
but it doesn't last very long.
I thought takeoff and landing is the worst.
Yeah, landing is a little bit better because like you're on the approach anyway.
Oh,
so
boy.
as long as the winds aren't bad and everything, you can just drop down. Thing is, if it can fly, it can glide, right?
Mm-hmm.
So unless something drops off it, like if a wing drops off, you're fucked. But it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's always technical stuff.
If an
Mechanical
engine drops off-
or
if an engine drops off, you're still all right. Like you can actually fly with like
One engine.
And he's like, wait, an engine can drop
yeah,
off?
no, but it won't. But what I'm saying is like you'd be surprised how hard it is to get a plane out of the sky. Like it's not that easy, right? You're fine. It ultimately too, you have to get to that point where you go, look, there's some things in life that are dangerous. Being in a car is more dangerous than being in a plane. Much more dangerous. Because the plane is by itself up there. There's no one around it. You basically, if something goes wrong, it has to be something that comes at it from in the sky, like a missile or something has to hit it.
Oh, boy.
Or something. Or the plane
has
has to
happened.
fail. You have to think, too, that
It's all- yeah, it's
people
mechanical.
some guy out there is driving a 1991 fucking Pontiac Sunbird, which is in shit shape with wheels that are wobbling like this, whipping down the freeway at 90 miles an hour right next to you.
Texting.
That's way more dangerous. Yeah, that's way more dangerous. Just mad at his ex-wife. Fucking tell me!
Yeah.
Just driving along. That's way more dangerous than a guy's like, well, we lost one of our engines, so we are over the Rocky Mountains, so what we're going to do is turn around and land anywhere in Saskatchewan because it's flat as fuck. And that's all it is.
It is funny hearing someone scared of flying when the thing to reassure them is like, it only happens when you take off and land. And they're like, yeah, that happens twice a flight.
Yeah. But it really is actually, and the thing is too, is it's like once you've maintained, it's always weird because sometimes engines will make a certain noise like, and then it quietens down at one point. You think something's wrong.
Yep.
No, it's not. It's actually good. Because what you don't want is to hear this free booze for everybody. That's what you don't want.
I get drunk.
When they give everyone on the plane free booze, you're fucked.
No, I mean I guess so.
Yeah, if they give everyone free booze, unless it's like some sort of Fiesta Airlines College Girls Gone Wild flight. If it's just one of those, welcome aboard WestJet Flight 182. Anyway, all the alcohol is free, and if you'd like to make a phone call, feel free to do so anytime you want. We are passing out paper and pens. It might not survive the. It might. What if you want to write whatever you want? Just write it down. Just make you feel better. Tell your loved ones you love them. Anyway, there's only 4 parachutes. Goodbye. That's rough.
Thanks for the boost.
You're gonna be
Simon,
fine.
have you had a recurring dream?
Have I had a recurring dream? Yeah, I had this podcast and a recurring dream. I have so much fucking terrible anxiety and OCD and shit during the day though that like it doesn't really like sleeping.
You're just living a nightmare.
I don't sleep very well. Like it's like I've always most of my life slept about 6 hours a night, maybe 7, mostly 6, 5. Once or twice a month I'll fucking pass out for 10 hours, 9 hours, but it's very rare. I can't remember the last time I slept. No. I think the last time I slept 9 or 10 hours was I went to bed at like 8 o'clock at night. Once or twice a month I'll do that to try and just fucking reset. But I don't sleep through the night. I wake up every 2 to 3 hours.
So do I. Yeah.
Just can't sleep. Just my brain won't shut off. I can't go to bed. I can't go to sleep because I lie there and my brain's like, here's all the information you don't need right now. And here's all the scenarios. Here's conversations you might have in 3 weeks. And it's like that shit. Like it just won't stop.
Like the Doug Stanhope bit where the carnival starts going.
That's exactly right. That's why I love that bit. To me, it's like one of those things where, you know, talk about comedians with mental illness, and I think it's like comedians' brains are specifically different. Like, it's like, to use an airplane analogy, modern fighter jets are aerodynamically very unstable.
Here we go again.
Don't mention F-14.
They're not designed to be aerodynamically stable. They're very difficult to fly. Computers have to constantly correct trim and everything because they have to be very, very, very nimble.
But unless you're Goose, you can just eject.
Yeah. But that means that they can move incredibly quickly in ways that stable, normal aircraft can't. So a 747 is going to be like, all right, we're fucking heading into like Brisbane or whatever. And you know, an F-22 is like, my hair's on fire. But the thing is, comedians' brains are more F-22 than Boeing 747. It's just the way we work. And so that inherent instability gives us the flexibility to be what we are. You're one of the funniest people I've ever seen.
That's not true at all.
No, it's absolutely true because Dave doesn't care. But in the best possible... No, but in the best
He's like, I care a
possible...
little.
No. I have to explain to people... Is there any of your stand-up online people can watch?
Yes, some of it, I think.
It's incredible because
Very
what
special.
you do is you do this thing where you like... you do all the things, you know, comedians, we sit in the back and we go, all right, well, I got to do this. These are the jokes I got to do. This is my showcase set. These are the jokes. This is how this joke works. And you go out there and seemingly they're just like, here's what happened today. And it's just hilarious.
It's so stupid.
You're like a magic gnome. I don't know how you fucking do it. And
once you get them in the cadence.
It's incredible. I mean, 99% of the time it works. I've seen it not work once or twice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's even better. Because then I'm like, they don't even understand how great this is. Like, they're like, I fucking wanted to go have beers and fucking watch a comedy show. Talk about your dick. And like, you're just doing whatever you're doing. And you're off on this astral plane. It's amazing comedy.
But I find it offensive to comedy, though.
Fuck comedy.
But I love
Everything I do is offensive to
So
comedy.
you offend yourself about comedy?
No. I always thought that if I was going to do stand-up, I was that I would. I always try to do it like.
It's incredible.
Not authentic, just a way I thought in my mind.
Yeah.
But then I know that everyone that does, especially you and real comedians.
You almost said me, but then you looked at me and were like,
No.
You
and you.
Mike also helps.
You know what? I've only seen Mike perform twice.
Mike's very funny.
Yeah.
Mike's very funny.
I know. I've never seen
not
it
about me,
perform.
guys.
Just unfunny enough that I can still control him.
Yeah.
He's just at that point. Like, if he gets any funnier, I got no power over it.
No,
But I guess a little bit.
I barely know Mike. I've never seen you that much.
Really?
And I love you.
You guys have similar facial hair, though.
Yes.
I feel like we'd be friends if we hung out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I've only seen it a couple
Dave's
times.
magic because it is one of so what the thing is like as a comedian, I think for me personally, my path has always been to try and Find the thing I'm weakest at and then shore that up. So for years I did like characters, impressions, comedy with a little bit of message in it. Very high energy, everything. And then I realized around 10 years in, I'm like, what I'm missing here is I'm not able to say what I want to say in the way I want. So what I need to do to learn how to do that is I need to take away every skill I know and learn a whole new way of doing it. It's like learning a new language. I got to think and immerse myself in that new language. No voices, no characters, no impressions for like 5, 10 years, 15 years. That's what I did. Or 10 years, whatever. That's what I did because I was like, I got to rebuild that. I'm at my funniest when I'm not thinking. I cannot do stand-up without thinking. I very rarely have I ever, maybe 10 or 12, I think Robin Williams used to call it Zen lock, where you just get to this point where everything you say just makes sense and it works and you don't question yourself. I respect the fuck out of that. There's very few comedians I've seen that naturally can do that. You are one of them. Barry Greenfeld's one of them. There are comedians who just have this thing where it's like, because most comedians have an ego involved. It has to be, they have to get the laugh. They have to get that affirmation. It's like you're doing this without ego. You're just doing this because you genuinely just want to communicate whatever's in your head, good, bad, or indifferent. You're just doing it. And you do it in such a unique way. It really does. It's fascinating to watch.
Oh,
like
boy.
from a comedy fan's point of view, I'm just buttering up before we kill him. Anyway, I'm taking your jokes.
We're gonna see how
but like that's the
awkward
thing
it
is, here's the thing is, I don't know in the best way possible. I can't name one of your jokes. Because I don't no
that's
because
true.
you don't have jokes as much as you have a presence that is
That's-
just funny.
That's why I thought it's so bad. And
No, that's what makes you better than me.
no, that's
Fuck.
but the comedians I respect. I knew, you know,
I'm just
that,
kidding. I'm the best.
Yes,
The podcast why Simon hates you.
I knew about Simon. I knew you before I started stand up in the scene, and I couldn't believe.
Oh, you're a bail officer?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
You work for Visa collecting money?
He said,
Oh, I know this guy.
he said, watch out for this cunt.
Hey! Call back to the old big old C word.
But
They
no,
call that a cunt back.
I always find the stuff that because I've always loved comedy and just making people laugh. It's a lot of fun, and I always thought the people that I liked doing it. Oh shit, yeah. They did a lot of work. They put a lot of work into it.
Yeah,
They
there
did-
is a lot of work.
They
in
did
it.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's sometimes when I, try to always have fun with it and fuck around, that I'm not doing the craft of service.
But that's the thing is like that's the beauty thing about stand-up comedy, as dare I say an art form, is that there's no requirement to it other than that you are funny. It really does not matter how you do it. The thing about stand-up comedy is it has this beautiful open door policy of like you can do whatever you want. It gets all bullshitted up with the politics and everything else. And look, I'm as guilty of this as any comedian of looking at someone and go, well, that's not for me. Because it's not, and not everything's for everyone. And that's the point. It's like what we don't understand is stand-up comedy is like music. It has a lot of genres inside of itself. I may be a fan of punk music. I maybe don't like country music as much. It doesn't mean I don't appreciate the ability it takes to play great country music. But then there's artists like Sturgill Simpson and stuff that cross over and you're like, oh, that makes sense to me. I think comedy's like that. I think that comedy exists in these genres because people have these predilections to certain types of humor and they go that. Like, I'm not a huge fan of blue humor most of the time because I've seen it all.
Yeah.
But when I see it done well, it astonishes me. It's even more impressive than other stuff because I see someone who goes, oh my God, they found something I didn't even know existed. And so when I see a comedian who one of the things that used to blow my mind so much about people like Jonathan Winters and Ron Williams and stuff like that is that they didn't seem to question themselves when they were doing it. There was never, and I don't know whether that was the trick of the trade. I don't know. I prefer not to know how the sleight of hand works, but I would watch it and be like, there's no voice in their head going, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that. You just worry about it. Don't worry. Don't. It was just like, I will do this thing. And when I watch comics like yourself, that's the thing that's the last step I think I need to learn how to do. And I when I was young, I used to be very freeform and say whatever I wanted because there was no pressure on me. I would just be funny. I was just funny because there's no rules. And then when you get into the business of comedy, the rules start to apply and they weigh you down and everything changes. And the freedom I see in comics like yourself and other comics that have that ability, it's not very common, is that they can climb outside of these weird rules we put on ourselves. It's like you're writing music on a blank sheet of paper with no bars, and it doesn't fucking matter because any way those notes are played, they work. And that's what I see. And so I'm, incredibly angry at you, basically.
Oh, no.
just brought my rage.
But I have comic friends or like friends that talk about comedy and all the comics and then they break down all their sets and everything they're doing, and that impresses the hell out of me. And then I think, what the fuck am I doing?
That's all bullshit.
But it's so good.
But it's opinion, though, right?
But it's like if you were a baseball player or like a scientist or something. You really, if you have to know the actual shit. You read books and you.
Okay.
And the comedy that you guys do.
Don't worry about me. Don't include me.
Okay, so I'll
comics doing.
I'll show you how bullshit that analysis is. Pick a joke, just any joke, just a regular street joke. Let's analyze it. Just pick it out. Just any joke, anything you can think of.
Every street joke I know is horribly offensive.
Okay, well, fair enough. I don't doubt that.
Oh no, there's one I like
right.
that's not offensive. Why don't blind people skydive?
I don't know.
It scares the shit out of their dogs.
There you go, right there. Okay, that's a great fucking joke. Why? Let's deconstruct that joke. All right, so first of all, we take a position of, so it initially looks like we're punching down. Because what we're doing is we're taking someone who is in a position of disability in society, traditionally marginalized, not able to access the same things. And what we do is we put them in a position where they are now doing something or could do the same thing. But there's an impediment to stopping them coming up to the same level. So now we're equalizing the playing field because we're questioning what that is. And the narrative there is very short. So it's like, why can't they do this thing? You're putting that in people's brain. You're going, why can't people do this thing? They've never asked that question before. I didn't know blind people couldn't skydive. That's not something I even thought about. What the fuck is happening? Now I'm examining this. While they're examining that, you come in with a sideways goes, it scares the shit out of the dogs. What? Right. Why would the dog jump out of the plane? It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have a dog on a plane. Oh, fuck, I'm laughing. That's all it was. That's it. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous.
Here's what it is then. Going to shows and seeing other younger comics with like 6 notebooks and they're writing down a million things. Yeah. And I write a note stuff.
Yeah.
But usually I come up with.
Yours is just a picture of a dog with a hat.
Yeah. Usually I come up with things in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. I'll wake up and that's when I have the bed.
Airplane's back.
Yeah. But seeing people
20 minutes on what's that noise?
I guess I find my style of what I wanted from comedy, or I thought it's laziness. It's lazy. It's lazy.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell you that, but I can tell you this is that like I think that I'm very much a fan of freeform and relaxing and improvising and doing what I write on stage, and so for me what comes naturally is what's funniest because it's coming naturally. Like this podcast is great because when I used to do this podcast by myself, it was great because I had to like kind of talk into a void though, and I would focus on talking into a void. What's going on?
Sorry.
Sorry. Mike's just doing hand signals.
Oh yeah.
He's like now he's acting out the guy the what's it called falling. So the point is like I think we would I would talk into a void. I'd never had the opportunity to bounce off people, and I realized what I like is the ability to just chase butterflies. Yeah. And that's that freedom thing that I don't think exists. I mean comedy, it's very hard to let go of the edge of the pool. It just really is to just be like, okay, I've just got to let go and just like, trust myself and see if I can float. And I have nothing but respect. And I don't know why comics like yourself get to that place. I don't know whether it's that you just genuinely don't think about the technicalities of comedy, which I respect.
It's terrible.
No, it's great. It's great. I mean, it would suck if you were like, I don't know, like a fucking, like if you were a doctor. You were like, I don't read books.
But I have so
books
much
infected.
I have so much respect for the craft. So it's
a hovercraft. I have respect.
Yeah,
for.
I guess so.
They can go anywhere, those motherfuckers.
But there's so many comics, and it's just like, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, where are we at?
We're an hour.
We're done. That's it.
That's it.
Uh-oh.
Is there anything you would like to plug, Dave Harris?
Oh, I hate plugging.
Tell people where they can find the clip of your stand-up. I want people to see your stand-up.
I think it's on YouTube. There's some on YouTube.
I think. I mean, you can take the other side of it seriously. You have to not take a stand. You have to be freeform about everything.
YouTube. I think there's some
What's your social media stuff?
Oh, my. I'm on I Twitter rarely, and on Instagram, and it's at Dink So Small. Sorry.
That's this one on the wall. The Dink So Small.
Yeah. That was my first. That was my first dick, so it shriveled.
Dink So Small.
Dink So Small.
Yeah. Anything on the website? Anything else?
And I have an album.
And you got a podcast.
And a podcast.
You
Yeah.
got a fucking great podcast.
Oh yes. Well, it's the beer podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I review beers for no reason on YouTube. It's called Beer Me. Yeah.
It's great. Watch it.
Yeah.
How's
You
the beer
guys
you're drinking right now?
Find out. Dave,
Oh,
yeah, how
it's
is it?
good.
It's
Electric Unicorn. Yeah.
It's great. Good beer.
It's
good.
white IPA. That's what's coming out later when I'm watching porn.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the podcast. It's What's Wrong with Simon King. You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/This Is Simon King. Subscribe. You will get an extra episode every month. And if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you will know when this comes out. Also, rate and review, please, on Spotify. Mikey, they have Spotify. Rate and review. Do that. Yeah, and make sure you get in touch, and make sure you send us a letter at www.skpodcast@gmail.com. My name is Simon King. Mikey Greenwood. Dave Harris, thank you so much. Goodbye.
Don't be a cunt. Sorry.